Hello player, today we will analyze the match between M. Vachier Lagrave with the white pieces and M. Carlsen with the black pieces. e4. e5. Knight f3. Knight c6. Bishop c4. Bishop c5. c3. Knight f6. d3. a6. Kingside castling. d6. f4. Bishop a7. Rook e1. Kingside castling. h3. h6. Knight from b, d2. Rook e8. b4. Bishop e6. Bishop captures on e6. Rook captures on e6. Knight f1. Knight e7. Knight g3. Knight g6. d4. Queen d7. d5. This move was inaccurate, the best move was c4. For example, c4. E captures on d4. Knight captures on d4. Bishop captures on d4. Queen captures on d4. c5. B captures on c5. With an advantage for white. d5. Rook from e, e8. f5. c6. c4. C captures on d5. C captures on d5. Rook from a, c8. Queen d3. Rook c7. Bishop d2. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight f5. For example, knight f5. Rook from e, c8. Bishop d2. Knight f4. Bishop captures on f4. E captures on f4. Rook from a, d1. Rook c2. Knight from 3, d4. With a balanced game. Bishop d2. Rook from e, c8. Knight f5. Rook c4. Rook from a, c1. Rook captures on e4. Rook captures on c8 check. Queen captures on c8. Knight captures on d6. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight captures on h6. For example, knight captures on h6 check. G captures on h6. Rook captures on e4. Queen f5. Rook e3. e4. Queen c2. Queen captures on d5. Knight h2. Bishop captures on e3. Bishop captures on e3. With a balanced game. Knight captures on d6. Rook captures on e1 check. Knight captures on e1. Queen d7. Knight e4. Knight captures on d5. Bishop captures on h6. Bishop d4. This move was inaccurate, the best move was g captures on h6. For example, g captures on h6. Queen captures on d5. Queen captures on d5. Knight f6 check. King g7. With a balanced game. Bishop d4. Queen c4. The evaluation became -3.5, this was a serious mistake, the best move was bishop d2. For example, bishop d2. Queen c6. Knight g5. With a balanced game. Queen c4. Queen c6. The evaluation became 0.2, this was a serious mistake, the best move was f5. For example, f5. Bishop e3. F captures on e4. Bishop captures on d4. E captures on d4. Queen captures on d4. Queen f5. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen c6. Queen captures on c6. B captures on c6. Bishop d2. f5. Knight d6. Knight from g, e7. Knight f3. Bishop a1. Knight b7. e4. Knight g5. Knight c7. Knight c5. Bishop d4. The evaluation became 1.9, this was a serious mistake, the best move was knight d5. For example, knight from e, d5. Knight from g, e6. Knight captures on e6. Knight captures on e6. Bishop e5. With a balanced game. Bishop d4. Knight from g, e6. Knight captures on e6. Knight captures on e6. Bishop a7. Knight c7. Knight d5. Knight captures on a6. King f7. Knight c5. Bishop captures on c5. The evaluation became 4.7, this was a serious mistake, the best move was king e7. For example, king e7. h4. King d6. With a decisive advantage for white. Bishop captures on c5. b, captures on c5. Knight c7. h4. Knight a6. Bishop e3. g6. g4. The evaluation became 0.0, this was a serious mistake, the best move was king h2. For example, king h2. King e6. King h3. With a decisive advantage for white. g4. f, captures on g4. King g2. King e6. King g3. King f5. Bishop d4. Knight b4. King g2. Knight a6. Bishop e3. King e5. King h2. King e6. King g3. King f5. Bishop d4. Knight b4. Bishop b2. Knight a6. Bishop a3. Knight c7. King g2. Knight a6. King f1. King e5. King e2. King d4. Bishop b2 check. King captures on c5. This move was inaccurate, the best move was king c4. For example, king c4. King e3. Knight captures on c5. Bishop a3. King b5. King f4. Knight d3 check. King captures on e4. Knight captures on f2 check. King f4. King captures on a5. With a balanced game. King captures on c5. King e3. King d5. The evaluation became 3.9, this was a serious mistake, the best move was king b5. For example, king b5. King captures on e4. Knight c5 check. King d4. Knight a4. Bishop a3. c5 check. King e5. c4. King f6. Knight c3. King captures on g6. Knight e4. a6. King captures on a6. King f5. Knight captures on f2. King f4. King a5. h5. King a4. h6. Knight d3 check. King g3. King captures on a3. h7. c3. h8. King b3. Queen g8 check. King b2. Queen g7. King b3. Queen f7 check. King b2. Queen f6. King b3. Queen e6 check. King b2. Queen b6 check. King c1. Queen e3 check. King b2. Queen d4. Knight c1. King f2. g3 check. King e3. g2. Queen b6 check. Knight b3. Queen g6. g1 check. With a balanced game. King d5. King f4. Knight c5. King captures on g4. King c4. Bishop a3. This move gives back part of the advantage. The best move was King g5. For example, King g5. King b5. King captures on g6. King captures on a5. Bishop d4. Knight e6. Bishop e3. King b4. h5. c5. h6. With a decisive advantage for white. Bishop a3. King b5. Bishop captures on c5. King captures on c5. King f4. King b5. King captures on e4. King captures on a5. f4. c5. h5. g captures on h5. f5. h4. f6. h3. King f3. White's victory. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your suggestions.